Hey guys, so it is a wonderful fall day. Yep, that's snow. We had snow last night. I would say about 3 inches or so. Uh, um, I didn't get anything on it, but we did manage to get that golf course baled yesterday. We got that baled, and then any of the bales that were loose and out in the field, we got picked up and stacked. We still got the two stacks over their first two fields there. Those I think we're going to try and haul out tomorrow, or haul a bunch out tomorrow. Um, but anyways, I had an idea the other day. Um, I'm standing here by the semi if you haven't figured that out. Um, so on a beautiful day with not a lot of wind, or if I'm set up so the wind is on my side, throwing these straps over the bales is piece of cake. Usually I throw it far enough so that I got to pull the hook down a little bit. And if you pull it down just right, you can get it hooked, and it'll stay hooked until you get to the other side. Um, on a windier day, sometimes you can't get the straps over the top. You got to crawl up a couple times. You know, nothing wants to work. You can't always keep the straps hooked. Sometimes you just back and forth. You're on, whatever. Well, anyways, I went online. I got these magnets here, and they're about an inch, I think just over an inch in diameter. Now, I'm not sure on the rating, I guess, how many pounds they can hold, but these suckers, I got a pack of 12. I broke one already. Just because I was playing with it, I was trying to see how far away I could hold it from the rest of them, that it would go flying and connect, and it flew and connect and it cracked. But anyways, so what these are for, let me try and get one. Alright, I got one here. Let me grab a strap and I'll show you. So what we got here is you got this railing here, and that's what you hook the strap to. So I got these magnets. Oh Christ, I just broke one again. That deserves a customer rating. Wow. They're not very strong, but that's okay. We'll make do. Hook them on, they stay hooked. The magnet will keep that hooked, and then we can go and we can tighten it up on the other side, and then when you're done, in theory, they should just, well, shoot. Well, that wasn't supposed to happen. So I do have holes in my, all my hooks have a hole in. I was gonna possibly, shoot. I was thinking about just kind of hooking them in, or getting some screws or some threaded, smaller threaded bolts or screws or whatever you'd like to call them, and kind of screwing them in there. But I think once they're on there, they'll be okay. Man, I can't believe that broke. So yeah, they're not the toughest, and magnets aren't, I guess, supposed to be the toughest, but I got 12, I needed 10, I broke 2. So I can't break any more. What I should do is I'll stick them on the railing first, and then I think they'll cling onto the hook rather than coming off of there. So we got, yeah, the golf course is done. Saturday we ran hard. I got a bunch of footage of what all happened there, but I'm just gonna throw it in this video. So I had a bearing out Friday night. Saturday morning I got up nice and early and I had to find that bearing. I ended up going about an hour, about 45 minutes south. They had a bearing. They were one of the closest equipment dealers that had that bearing. So I come home. I started up. My brother brought a guy along. I started him up on the rake. I started my brother up on the second baler, and I put that bearing in. Then Dad picked up, and then my brother called. He was having trouble with one knotter, and I still don't know what's going on with that. It would tie. Those balers have a two tie system. So what happens is it ties off one bale and starts another bale. That makes any sense? So you're pulling string from the top and bottom. A lot of the big balers are like that. But anyways, it wasn't finishing a bale, but it was starting a bale. It was tying the knot, but the top string had the knot in, the bottom string, it wasn't grabbing correctly. I called up the mechanic. We kind of talked through a few scenarios. I adjusted one thing. I need to go out and try it out again. But we got this snow. Saturday night we had half-inch of rain, which set us back Sunday. Yesterday was Monday. We got that hay done. That was top priority. And then we had the snow once again. So now I'm standing in the barn here, which I tend to keep coming back into. The floor needs to get scraped up in both pens here. I need to kind of work on this side a little bit. I'm not too concerned about that. Mom went to town the other day. Went to town as in got this pen completely forked out and scraped down, and she started on this pen. These pens are, for the most part, used for bucks. Occasionally, I'll have a couple young does that will get thrown in there from time to time. But so yeah, I need to do this. Sounds like tomorrow I'm gonna end up hauling bales pretty much all day. We got a few guys we're gonna haul out to. We got to get those bales hauled. As for the rest of the week, it doesn't sound nice. We got more snow coming potentially. It's just a matter of how much and what happens after. It's not going to stay around, I can tell you that. It's too early. I mean, today we had 3 inches, and it should be gone by morning, I would imagine. Maybe not, I don't know. But yeah, it is what it is, and it's just, the worst part is I got about 100 acres of bean straw that's raked up, ready to be baled, but now we're gonna have to re-rake it or kick it over or whatever, and it's not gonna dry like it should, so we'll see. I'm almost getting to the point now where watching the moisture might just become I don't know, it's starting to get late. I'm not sure what kind of weather we're gonna have. Uh, I'm just wondering if I should quit worrying about the moisture and just get it baled, even if it's. I mean, I'm not gonna bale it at 30%, but if I gotta bale it at 24, 25 just to get it baled, um, I don't know. One of these, just another time that I kinda am tossing around the round baler aspect of it. Um, we've tossed it around in the past, because round balers are fairly inexpensive. You can find a decent one, but I don't know. Our problem is here is we cannot square bale corn stalks in the fall. Even if you chop them, let them lay, you cannot bale them dry. You can bale them. They will steam out. They will get kind of cakey, and if you don't give them enough air, they could get a little moldy around the edges. They probably are going to stick together, but they are bedding. So, stay tuned for that. I have a few, we'll call them experiments. I'm planning. I don't know if it's going to happen, just the way the year's going. One, I want to try and wrap some, get a little bit extra feed around here. Probably not a lot, 25, 30 bales, we'll see. And then I have another thing that I'll probably explain when we get to it, if we get to it. I'm thinking it's going to happen. Probably, I don't know what I'm going to do, 35 bales and just see what happens. I'll probably do more than that if time permits. I want to start experimenting and see where we're at, what our options are if we want to go to that. We have our land up, I always say up north. That's tougher soil. It doesn't dry out like it should. We got 120 acres of corn up there. Would it make sense for us to try and get those corn stalks off this fall yet, rather than trying to fight with them next spring and getting stuck? I don't know. I mean, we can, even if the ground's a little tough, we can get in there and get most of them out, but I mean, we also don't want to run up the field and all that. So thanks for watching. Just a kind of an update. It's been a little bit lazy around here, but we're doing what we can. Like, comment, subscribe. I appreciate you watching, listening to me blab, and I hope